said, you know, I'm not asking for much. I'm just saying I think you could find a minute per half. So the first game was pretty close. And she was like, oh, I didn't really keep track.
Playing Reds?
I just played first one. Scale 1 to 10. Probs. Oh, but anyway, she played in both halves. And it was a close game. Hi, Sophie! It's awesome. Yeah. I mean, that's... Yeah, well, this time we're down by so much she should get. Little one.
St. Anthony first, right?
Yeah, yes. Yeah, blue and white. This must be a legitimate person. Because you know this, they're playing it. Yeah. But they're So you heard that Joe wants me to tape all these games and then upload them to YouTube so you can watch them like tonight when he's there. Otherwise you get home on Sunday night and you'll never find time to watch them all. Right. Okay. So I did a dry run and I uploaded like 3 seconds of something. Yeah, it seemed really easy. But I didn't upload any of the game last night because we didn't get home till 1:30. Right. Mr. Yeager had a pretty bad accident last night on the way to the game. What happened? He, hey Lex. Yeah. Mr. Yeager had a bad accident on the way to the game last night, but he's okay. But he was coming down a hill and there was 2 or 3 cars in front of him. And they put on their brakes late, so he put on his and he slid. And I think he spun across the lane, swiped 2 other trucks and ended up in the ditch on the other side. And then he got towed out and he drove to the game. Kelly was at the game because she had went early with Sonia and he came from work. But I think he's a little shaken up. But he was okay, but he didn't drive it home.
Oh my goodness.
I know. So Nate calls me and I'm like, he says, or I didn't answer, I missed it because I was watching Cole's game, but I saw the text later and the missed call and he says, you need to call Mr. Yeager. And I'm like, what? Why did Mr. Yeager call me? Right. So I called Mark and he was just pulling into Mayor and I was just leaving Orono, so it wasn't like I was close enough to help him, but he says, well, if you see a white car and then on the side of the road, it's me. I said, well, I'm not going to be on 7. I said, so if you have trouble, call me because I can come and get you, but the roads were pretty bad at that point. By the time we drove home, they were wet. You know, the sanding trucks had been out. Not at all, but on the way out there, no, it's just wet.
There's quite a few accidents in your Cannon Falls, like several in the ditch.
Yeah. I feel like it came from the north, so it wasn't like, was it really snowing?
No.
It was just slippery.
No, and it wasn't, yeah, it was just kind of snow and ice packed. It wasn't like, it didn't rain, but it just was really slippery under the snow. And it was windy, so I think the snow was blowing across the road, and then that gets icy.
You never play basketball before?
But anyway, he's fine. drive it. I don't know. I thought he was going to drive it home, but and then just have somebody follow him. He decided not to, and he drove Mrs. Anderson's car home then for her because she didn't want to drive.
Right.
But they didn't know at the time. It was totally fine driving home. But
Yeah.
Yeah, man up.
So he drove the two ladies. So he brought him to. How did he get to Mayor then?
he drove his car.
So he drove his car.
He got pulled. Well, he drove his car from the ditch. He got pulled out to Mayor, but he left it in there. I guess he just it wasn't running quite right. He said he didn't think the headlights were working. I mean, they worked, but he said they're really dim. He said there's something. He said he'd go back during the daytime and get it, but we go back out there tonight because it's Mound, so it's not very. It's pretty close, but.
Oh, really?
Yeah.